Alright, it's day 83 for these two vines, and as you can see I have this bathroom tower. It's a stainless steel, chrome looking. It's tall enough to get the job done. I just needed something where I could put my clamp lamps on. I've been thinking about this problem for a really long time, and I had those 2.5 pound weight plates wrapped up, and I'll try to find better junk mail paper to wrap those up in the future. For now I only have one sheet there. So as you can see, the leaves are getting a little bit better with the decreased light bulb intensity. I switched out all those 1080 lumen bulbs for 500 lumen bulbs that only use 7.5 watts each. So there's a bit of new growth, some new offshoots as well, and just hundreds and hundreds of flowers. All this flowering activity is essentially a waste of resources at this point because all the pre-melons that are pollinated just don't have the resources to develop into viable melons that can grow fast. There's just not enough foliage, and the foliage that's here is sort of a pale yellow green. You know, it's sort of sickly looking, especially the older ones back when I had way too much light, which is weird because in the beginning of the series my foliage was amazing. So those are my two clamp lamps. And getting back to the foliage, I think the soil just ran out of the nutrients that this vine needs. Here's my new power strip. I'm going to turn the switch for the power strip on and off every day instead of going through the rigmarole of activating, deactivating all those lights individually. So that's the blue color from my Miracle-Gro nitrogen heavy fertilizer. And this is the package. So you're supposed to use 1 packet per gallon of water, but I had it in much more concentrated dose in the watering tray because the volume down there is pretty small. So yeah, I just poured in some Miracle-Gro, and I hope that that'll change the game and lead to a lot more foliage growth, just like it did last year, which enabled me to ultimately get fruits. Alright, it's day 90 for these two vines, and as you can see they're longer. I have 3 clamp lamps now. Eventually I plan for them to go all the way around the table and have offshoots running all over the place with large leaves. So you see there's a lot of offshoots sticking up, and these old leaves are sort of lost cause, but they're hanging in there. The new leaves are where the new hope is. They're a lot greener. Some of them are very, very verdant looking, like a deep emerald green, which is exactly what I wanted. And many of these medium-aged leaves are slightly bigger. So that's an example of a melon that didn't go so well, and this one hung on for a while until the plant decided that it couldn't go on. And here's what I'm talking about with this crazy flowering that just won't quit. This is an example of an offshoot meristem that's doing really well. The leaves are greener and grow faster than their predecessors. So I actually fertilized again the previous day, on day 89 for these vines, or day 153 for the series. The new growth from the nitrogen is a lot more apparent at the shoot apical meristems. These are much greener and the inner nodes are getting longer. The leaves have grown significantly in just a day, whereas these predecessor leaves didn't do too well. And then you have all these like medium-sized leaves that are chugging along. They're getting bigger by the day.